I live just a few minutes drive from Capitol Hill. I work around here. These are customers, are my neighbors, my family, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say something about what happened on January 6th. Let's talk about it. I forgot my little tiny camera, so the rest of this will be voiceover and stock footage. Here we go. Even as a freedom-loving, Second Amendment-supporting commie princess, I have a hard time understanding what I'm seeing anything but one of a couple of things. First, a group of people contesting the results of a legitimate election stormed what should have been in the top 100 most secure building in the world, returned that. Even though numerous top government officials appointed by the very administration contesting it say, no, we investigated, it was a legitimate election, no fraud was found, and you lost. A bunch of unhappy people tried to change the result of that election by force. Now, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but what's more likely? A highly coordinated, globe-spanning conspiracy of multi-billion-dollar corporations, many of which are major donors to the losing party, dozens of foreign governments, and a magical blend of old bureaucratic assholes and people who can't put down iPads at the same time, all coming together from the very top of the government down to the neighborhood polling station to throw just one candidate out. Or, losing candidate just got many millions fewer votes than the other guy. What's more likely? Sorry, I guarantee you will have a better candidate next time, because it's a real low bar. Or did I see a political party, like Communist Party, the Republican Party, trying to violently take over the government in a failed coup interrupting elections? What the hell is this? Why weren't more of them shot? If this was a Democrat Party, or a Black Lives Matter, or Pink Hat protest that had not just forced past perimeter barricades, but smashed windows and kicked open doors, carrying weapons and handcuffs, trying to take over Congress, they would have been mowed down, and you'd know it. You would cry, "That's an act of war against the government, be prepared to die." And that's what revolution means. This is real, y'all. The woman who got was forcing her way through internal barricades to disrupt the United States government. She's former military and should have known what that means. The people responsible for defending this should also know what it means. Responsible for defending the Capitol. Given the firepower shown demonstrated on the Black Lives Matter protesters, why weren't more people shot breaching the many perimeters? It would stop real fast. Some might shoot back, but it would be illegal for them to have guns doing these crimes, and only criminals don't care about gun laws, don't you know? It would take a lot to run sustained fire from a fortified defensive position inside the buildings. This is his basic security strategy, and it was not done. And I'll be damned, look like more than a few of those charged with protecting this place against those people were not only not stopping them, but letting them in. It's one thing to retreat in the face of overwhelming force, I get it. You don't want to die. Understandable. It's another to offer assistance to the people trying to overthrow the government. That sounds a lot like treason to me. But then again, what do I know? If the road to violence isn't one you really want to go down, take a step back and see who's compelling you to move. Who's pulling the strings? Who stands to benefit from all of this? Is it you? Is it really you? Do you really want to use violence to make this happen? There's no turning back from that. And I want you to look around at countries that have had major political violence in the era of modern weapons. It ain't pretty, and it rarely goes how people hope. I cannot recommend against this in strong enough terms. Gun-wielding, lefty pinko community is not your enemy. On so many other things, we also agree, but you may not know it. We probably agree that people have the right to live with dignity. What I mean is the right to not suffer from starvation, cold, malnutrition, or bad health. All our technology and all our national resources, to the best of our ability, we should be able to live without suffering. This means fresh air, clean water, warm sunshine, all that shit. As a basic standard that all life deserves. How we get there may vary wildly, but I want to eliminate as much suffering and elevate everyone as much as possible. And that does not make me your enemy. You may not like that. You may care about nobody but yourself and think you can do whatever you want to get whatever you want without any consequences, and you will kill anyone that gets in your way because America. And that's on you. You're a selfish prick, and I hope you live as far and isolated away from the rest of us apes as possible, and when you eventually die, alone, friendless, of some easily preventable accident or disease, I hope your pets are rescued before they need to eat your rotten heart. I'm not your enemy either. Just please shut up and go away. I can't tell you who your enemy is, but if I may suggest, you look real hard at the political parties trying to tell us who can operate our government. The Democratic and Republican parties are both private corporations that get most of their money from other corporations and very rich folk that directly benefit from the laws they enact. If you think either party has your interest at heart, you've been lied to. From where I sit, nobody but the commies and the socialists actually give a shit about workers, the houseless, homeless people, poor and vulnerable people, and they're actually out in the streets with mutual aid organizations doing stuff about it. This invading the Capitol thing wasn't a protest, wasn't a party, it was a violent insurrection. It was a failed coup aimed at stopping the full transition of power. Everyone who participated in it, or helped, or planned, or incited, or encouraged it needs to be dealt with for treason to the nation. Trying to overthrow the government because your team lost is literally treason. Capital T, treason. And it has some very high consequences. Now, I am not at all for the death penalty, as cathartic as it may be in the short term. I am against killing someone unless it is an immediate self-defense. That said, jail time and big fines are definitely in order. And I've got an idea. Why not empty out the prisons of all of the non-violent marijuana offenders and put real traitors that killed 5 people in there? Private prisons keeps the bed full, insurrectionists are off the street, everybody wins. How am I supposed to have peace and unity with people that have been feelings to me for the last 4 years? They supported a president that is so far let 170,000 people die in a completely mishandled pandemic, and now tried to overthrow the government when they lost the election. No. Kiss my ass. You want me to be friendly and unify and all that? Show me some accountability and consequences for all this. Put people in jail. Get them out of office and prevent them from ever serving in an elected office ever again. Then maybe we can talk. Now, back to your regularly scheduled art and motorcycle content. I hope you are safe and well fed wherever you are. Until we meet again, good luck.